What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Creator Show, your bi-weekly look into the behind-the-scenes stuff that awesome people are making on Roblox. People make games, art, videos, whatever. If they make cool things, we have them on the Creator Show. I'm Jack in the Blocks. I'm riding solo this week, a little bit of a change of pace, but not completely solo because I got you guys, the awesome Roblox community, who've been helping me out with this episode. We're doing things a little different this time because we have a game that's very different from other Roblox games. I'm very excited to announce that this week we're hanging out with the Apocalypse Rising developers Gusmanak and ZolarKeth. Hey guys!
Hey, how's it going?
There they are. What's up? So as you can see, there's Gus, there's Keth. Why don't you guys do some intros? Tell us where you're from and what you do on APOC. Start with you, Gus. Sorry.
I am Gus. I am from Alaska.
That's crazy.
Going to college in South Dakota. I am considered the designer of Apocalypse Rising. I handle sort of the direction that we're going in. I handle, finding bugs, figuring out, well, obviously making the map, and that's pretty much my job. Yeah.
I'm Keth. My real name is Ethan. I'm from Illinois, but right now I'm going to school in Massachusetts at MIT, and I handle all the programming aspects of APOC. So anything like basically Gus builds it, I make it work. Works really well.
That's awesome. Very cool. Gus, what's your favorite president on Mount Rushmore? Have you gotten to go there?
I went up to the Black Hills recently, but I didn't go to Mount Rushmore because the person I was with, obviously, she had been there lots of times because she lives here.
Oh, everyone from South Dakota's like over it.
Mount Rushmore. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's
cool.
cool.
Too much of a tourist. So.
It's like the only touristy thing in South Dakota. All right, so we're gonna get into this. You guys notice there's totally gameplay going on. We actually had members of the Roblox community submit Apocalypse Rising videos for the show, so that's what you're watching on your screen right now. It's cool. If you guys like that, we'll have details on how you can get involved with that at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. But why don't we jump into this? So tell me how Apocalypse Rising got started.
All right, sure. Man, it's a great story. So it was nearly 3 years ago now. It was late June of 2012. And Gus and I were sort of just, we were playing DayZ one day. Mm-hmm. And we thought to ourselves, we want to make a game. And we thought, let's make it on Roblox. Because we were looking at Roblox and we were like, we could make something really incredible that no one's seen before. And so we spitballed, we came up with a bunch of ideas, we wrote them down, and the next morning I remember waking up and I immediately got to work on the inventory system, and then Gus got up and we went at it like 10 days straight. It was nothing but working on APOC.
Wow.
And so the first version got out in about 10 days, I think, from starting to the first release. And
wow, that's quick.
Yeah, and it's been almost 3 years since, so it's been a heck of a journey.
Very cool. Had you guys worked on stuff before you collaborated on APOC?
Yeah,
we had. Yeah.
We worked on one of my little games.
Yeah, Gus had a game called Life on Planet Earth. It was a really great game. I love this game. And there was one time that he was having trouble making the boats move, and he needed some help with the programming aspect, and so that was the first time that we had that dynamic, and it's actually interesting to think about, and now here we are.
So we spent like a little bit of time working on this dumb little game, and then we just hung out for the next 2 years and decided, man, we should go back to Roblox and make something cool.
Very cool. If anyone out there has played Life on Planet Earth, shout out in the chat. We got a chat right over here. That's awesome. Oh, is it not still around?
It's not, no.
If someone out there remembers, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I love that game.
Oh, yeah.
Someone out there, they never forget.
I think it was back when you only had one place file, so we had to actually replace the Life on Planet Earth file with Apocalypse Rising.
That's old Roblox. That's one of the things we don't want to bring back from old Roblox.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Very cool. So what's some of part of the most interesting about you guys is that you're one of the biggest like kind of developer collaborations on Roblox. What are some of the challenges and what are some of the benefits of working with another person?
So I tend to lead I have our priorities straight, you know. I decide like, all right, yeah, hey, we should probably do this. Yeah, you can't even join the game right now because it's completely broken. Let's fix that, you know? That's probably really important, right? And then occasionally I'll say, hey, you know what? We should implement this feature. And Keth will be like, you're a crazy person. No, and I'll be like, all right, cool, let's not do that feature, you know? I think that that's the most important thing when you're working with two people. It's being able to bounce ideas off of each other and, you know, have somebody check you, like, you'll think that something's a good idea, or your first iteration of a concept for a new feature will be all right, but then myself or Keth or whoever, you know, else is in this conversation will come in and be like, actually, we could do this that'll make it way better, or that's not a good idea at all. And I think that dynamic is the most important. Like, or that's the best benefit.
Mm-hmm. It works really well, and we're actually able to stay like really focused since we each have like our own little areas, you know, and we don't really cross over at all.
Right.
Is what the other does. So, you know, if like, you know, it's really easy for us to be able to just focus in on what we want to be doing, and then, you know, it all comes together really well. And like Gus was saying, it's really nice because sometimes, you know, I'll be like, oh yeah, Gus, I'm gonna implement this crazy new feature, and I'm gonna just go at it, and he's like, we have like a million things to do before that. You gotta get your head out of the clouds a little bit. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's nice. We work really well together.
Cool.
Really.
So you mentioned, Gus, about like, you know, kind of setting priorities and stuff, that kind of like triage work on making sure the game's functional at all times. Do you guys use anything helpful for that? Are you guys like on Trello or anything? Or
yeah, I use this really advanced feature called Notepad.
Nice.
We haven't done any.
We're really old school, I guess. We basically what we do is we'll send files back and forth via Skype.
Okay.
And we'll and you know we'll keep track of, you know, what we want to do on Notepad and stuff like that. And mostly it's just mental lists of what we want to do.
All right.
What we want to get in.
How often do you guys like talk on Skype about Apocalypse Rising?
We are in like constant communication.
Okay.
On TeamSpeak. So
nice. All right.
I'll plug this. So Vexedly. Vexedly is a Roblox moderator.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He kind of talks to everybody at Roblox HQ. He's very friendly.
He's our teen heartthrob of Roblox.
Yes. He has a TeamSpeak that he's hosting, and we spend time on there. And actually, we're pretty much there all the time when we're not, you know, in class or whatever. Mm-hmm. And anybody can join the TeamSpeak and have a chance to talk to us at some point. It's vexedly.ts. ts.vexedly.com.
There you go. Anyway. There you guys go flood that TeamSpeak and go. You can go bug Gus and Keth after this. That's awesome. So you guys are both in college now. Did Roblox help in like your college application process, or has it helped you while you're in school at all?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So when I was applying to colleges, MIT specifically, they have a part of the application called the Maker Portfolio.
Okay.
And I was like, Maker Portfolio, I made the game on Roblox. So I could, and so I actually, Apocalypse Rising was a huge part of my application. I showed, you know, my friend and I made this game. It has a lot of visits. It's, you know, really, really well rated. You know, and you know, I sent some videos and images of it, and I got in, and I don't know if I would have gotten in without it. And we're also with the money that we're able to make from developer exchange, we're paying for a significant portion of our college as well.
That's super awesome. For those of you who might not be familiar with MIT, MIT's a very prestigious school, especially for computer science, one of the best in the country, in the world. So using Roblox to get into MIT is something that when we say that here in the office, people are like, what? Oh my gosh. It's very awesome. Yeah, all the engineers drool over that. That's like the thing they love to hear. So that's super awesome.
Gus has got his tuition like covered. He's set.
That's so awesome. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Like if you like work hard and you guys make something cool, like you can pay your way through college, which is incredible. I paid my way through college through working at Starbucks, and that was not near as fun. It's awful. I had to wake up at like 4 a.m. It was not good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, morning shifts. So yeah, there you guys go. That's like a cautionary tale. Don't work at Starbucks. Make games on Roblox instead. Way more fun. So if you guys haven't seen Apocalypse Rising in a while, maybe you guys played it during like the winter games and stuff and did that, but haven't been back in a few months, this might look very different to you. It is significantly changed in your most recent update. Do you guys want to talk about kind of just the scope of what changed in it?
Yeah, effectively, we in December we started working on converting Apocalypse Rising to filtering, or to utilize filtering enabled. And what that does is it significantly reduces the amount of exploitations that are possible, but it also gives us more control over networking, so we took advantage of that. So we started converting APOC to filtering, and that was a huge process. It took Keth almost 4 months to do that. And in the meantime, we decided, hey, we can use filtering to essentially have our own version of streaming that would allow us to have a bigger map. So I started working on a larger version of the previous map that we had, and it was 4 times larger. Was the size that we decided to land on, which is ridiculous. So then, along with the map, we've got rolling hills and mountains and terrain, that vary. We have massive forests. We have the cities are larger, and there's more unique content scattered around. And the most important aspect of it, though, was that conversion to filtering and all of the little things that we were able to implement as a result. So lots of little features, like if you get shot at, you'll hear bullets whizzing past your head.
Very cool.
Vehicles have new stuff and all that. But the most important aspect of this large, I said most important aspect twice. By having a larger map, we have more room to add more content to it.
Right.
So over the next, year or two that we will most likely keep this map, we'll be able to add all kinds of new structures and new locations. We plan to have lakes in the future, things like that. Really big deal that was never possible before. So big update.
It's very cool. Oh, like we got the map right on the screen right now. That is gigantic. If you guys have played it before, the map was already big. It's not like it went from small map to big map. It went from big map to insanely large map.
It's huge. I think we use the conversion 1 stud to 1 foot. That's what we use for like calculating vehicle speeds and stuff. And if you use that conversion, the newest Apocalypse Rising map is 19 square kilometers.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous size, but we've also in one of the most recent updates, our universe update, we were able to keep on the old map as well to really help out. A lot of the players really like the old map that we had before, and so we're keeping that on for them. But this new map we think is just so incredible and has so much potential, and we're going to keep adding to it for a really long time.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I like that you guys didn't remove the game that people really, really like. That's still there, but then you also managed to not have to like make Apocalypse Rising 2. It's all still contained within the same kind of Apocalypse Rising experience, and it's a really cool feature. So much of this is stuff that like we've just never seen done on Roblox before. I would say this is the most ambitious use of universes I've ever seen. It's one of those features that doesn't get used a lot. But has the potential to be really cool. If you guys are Roblox developers out there and you want to do something like a simple lobby system so that people can join up in a party and play together, like I've seen universes for that. But this is like a whole different like world over here.
Yeah, we're trying hard.
We're effectively offering different versions of the game you know, for people who don't like the newer things that we're doing. And in the future, we actually, it's not in there yet, but we will soon be offering a version of the game that was available for about 6 or 8 months. It was the map before the one that we have now. So, you know, we're talking 2 years ago.
Super old school.
And
all right.
Nobody's been able to play it, but they soon will be able to. It's called the Amend map, and we're working on.
And that's teased right there on the side when you start the game, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people have some really good memories about it, and so we're excited to add it back in. You know, since it's so old, it's got some issues that we have to work out, so we have to add it back in. But yeah, people are excited for that. We're really excited to get that back in. And, yeah, I mean, you know, it's different. People like to have different play styles, and you know, the different maps really cater to those. You know, some of them are for more, you know, quick-paced combat. Some of them are for more adventure and exploration. So it's going to be great.
Very cool. Awesome. So why don't we turn it over to our viewers? We're going to start asking some questions from them. If you guys want to ask questions to Gus and Keth, you can use our Twitch chat right there. It's on the side where you're watching. Or you can tweet at us with #CreatorShow, and we'll see it on there. So we're going to do that. But yeah, we'll start off with some easy ones for you while I pull these up. No, I'm not going to start with the easy one. Lego Ads wants to know, what tips would you give to encourage other developers who are just starting out?
Programming's crazy town, so Keth, you can start this one off.
Yeah, I guess on the programming aspect, use the Roblox wiki to your advantage. It's awesome. All the documentation that's there and all the little tutorials will show you how to use everything you need to use. I mean, the Roblox wiki will get you everywhere. I still use it when I need to look up, new events and methods that I don't know how to use. And it's great. That's great for starting out, learning how to code. I mean, I actually have no professional coding experience. I learned all of it through Roblox. And so one of the things I definitely suggest is don't start out just on your own. Look at those free models that people have released that, already have the code, and find out how it works, and start by editing scripts, and then eventually you'll be able to make your own and make your own game. So for starting out programming side, that's definitely what I would suggest.
From a design standpoint, I wholeheartedly believe in this method, but if you're trying to design a game, get something playable as quickly as you possibly can. If you are going to make a shooter, make your characters walking cubes if you have to, and give them a stick gun. It does not matter what it looks like, as long as it works and it is playable. Get that first version down, because as soon as you can start receiving feedback from other players telling you, oh my god, this is really cool, or hey, maybe you should do this, you'll feel more motivated. You will have a better sense of what you should do next because you have people talking to you about it. And overall, it'll set you up for success in the future, because you won't spend so much time working on one little piece of a game and risk, running into a problem or finding out that it wasn't a good use of your time or whatever. Focus on the first version, get it out there, and then add on to it. That's what we did with APOC. Yeah. We made the first version of APOC in like 10 days, and you can play it right now on my profile. Yeah. It is really, really bad. And I mean,
it's so terrible.
It's just really, it's really rough. And that's because we just got a version that was playable out and worried about the details later.
And then improvement comes rapidly.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because that's how professional game development studios start. Like they make like these versions of the game that are basically nothing. It's like a square that moves and then it interacts with another square, and it's just to like figure out if the concept is fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I like that. Don't get bogged down by necessarily all the aesthetics. Like figure out how it fits together first, and then add details later.
And as soon as people start, talking about your game, and you see people playing your game, you're going to be inspired and you're going to be motivated, and you're going to want to keep working. So that helps too.
Very cool. Let's see. User Seen It asks, who does more development out of the two of you? I would amend that with, I guess you guys both do very different things, which we were talking about. But is there much crossover? I guess I'll amend his question.
Yeah, well, I think that Keth works more on the game than I do directly. I mean,
I'd say so.
Okay.
When there's a new map, when I'm working on a map, or I'm working on a new structure, or a new model, or whatever, then I work in spurts as far as like what actually goes into the game. So, as far as time spent, working on the version of the game that we actually ship, I'd say Kevin spends more time on it.
Okay.
Crossover wise, communication. I guess. I mean, I'm always testing. I spend a lot of my time playtesting and finding issues with the game or reading up on problems. So like, Keth spends less time looking for bugs, and I spend more time on it. So I guess that's a crossover.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's very different kinds of work, but like, I'm more or less constantly programming when I'm working. But what Gus does is he does a lot of the stuff that I would never want to do, which is awesome. Gus handles so much stuff. I mean, it's great. He's on the dev forums all the time, and he's getting updates. He's telling, he's making sure that I'm up to date with, all the new changes that are coming. He's getting us ready. He's collecting ideas. He's collecting bugs. He's always testing, and he's managing the community on top of all of it. So it's very different. And when Gus does build a new map or a model, he'll go hard for like weeks straight, and which is incredible. But like, honestly, I think that the work overall is pretty evenly split. I really do think it is pretty evenly split when it comes down to it.
All right, very cool. So Gus, would you consider yourself kind of like the project manager?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of it, very cool. I think that's kind of like a crucial part to have for games, for anyone out there who's an aspiring developer, for anything really. Like having someone who's organized, I can help you, even if like you're doing all the work. Having someone to help kind of like manage it all and figure out what's important and stuff, who can kind of see things from outside of it, is a huge help. And is an entire career in and of itself, actually. Yeah. So that's very cool. Let's see, next question. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but Inception Time wants to know what the next update you have planned is. You mentioned one of them, but I see that there's two actual like little coming soon things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about the other one?
Well, so there's 4 versions of the game over the course of the 3 years that we've been working on this thing. We've got the first version of the game, which was only around for like 2 or 3 months or something like that. Mm-hmm. Actually, a little bit longer than that, maybe like 5 months. Second version of the game around like 8 months. Third version of the game around like 2 years. And then this version, which has only been around for, a few months now.
Right.
The first version of the game is what we're calling classic, and we are going to implement it into our universe so that we don't have to have it on a separate place. So that's that other version that you see at the bottom of the list. It's yeah, right. We call it classic. And then we have the amend version, which is what everybody's really excited about, that we have a lot of bugs to fix before it can be playable. But yeah, I wouldn't say that that's our next big update, though. We're more interested in continuing with... We have this plan that was supposed to be our roadmap for the next little while. Our next update is going to focus on reinvigorating the character creator.
Okay.
Adding more clothing options, and then the most important aspect of our next planned update will be a sort of in-game tutorial.
Oh, nice.
Because
okay.
right now you have no idea. Like, you can pull up this little tutorial. It's like, oh yeah, hey, stuff and things about this game that you didn't know about. But then some people don't realize basic functions that have been around for almost, years that we just don't tell them about. So,
and the tutorial is like a year old anyway, so.
Yeah. So a tutorial is really important for our next update. So that new players will actually have some insight. And as they play, have things pop up like, oh, hey, look, there's a zombie. You should probably kill it. Like, oh, cool, I know that now. I don't know.
And we've got, other plans. I mean, things like in the long term, we want to overhaul a lot of the models in the game, and we want to utilize CSG for new high-res gun models and stuff like that. Yep. That an associate of ours is working on. Things like, making zombies scarier and stuff like that. There are a ton of things that are in the plan.
Okay.
And, we're just going to make the game awesome. So.
Very cool. That kind of leads me into the next question I saw, which was from Boring. Do you plan on using the new custom particle system in your game? And if so, how?
Roblox sometimes moves faster than
they do.
Okay.
When I'm trying to think of one of the most recent things. What was the most recent? They implemented something and we were like, man, we should really sounds. It was sounds, I think. They Roblox allowed users to upload whatever sounds they wanted, and we didn't really start implementing custom sounds until like 2 months later because it just wasn't in our plans.
Right.
And that's kind of where particles fall. It's like, well, we have all this stuff that we really need to do, but we can't get to it yet because, it's not yet. Soon, you should be able to fire your gun and have like a, smoke pop out of the barrel and,
right?
Exhaust pipe. I mean, currently when you shoot a zombie, a fire effect.
It's
just
fire.
so bad.
And fire is fire.
We could have weather if we wanted to.
Oh my gosh,
and
that'd
we
be
might
amazing.
heavily consider that.
We're like, the particle system, when we remember when it was revealed, our minds were just blown. And so we're really excited to use it once we get to it, but it's probably gonna take us a little bit to catch up because Roblox is doing some pretty crazy stuff right now, and we got finals to worry about right now.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Get that school going. So user Bass in my pants, or maybe that's bass in my pants. I don't know. Something's in his pants. He wants to know what obstacles you ran into when you were developing Apocalypse Rising.
I'm gonna be blunt.
Okay.
Updates.
Roblox updates. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Sometimes, and you know what? The developer forums has made that immensely.
Oh, they're incredible.
So much easier. There were times when Roblox would push an update, and before the developer console, which is a feature that allows us to see scripts break as they break in a live game, if something broke in the game, we had no idea.
Right? I remember, we had no idea what would happen, and I would dig through like 50 different, chunks of code just trying to find something. Ever since then, we've been able to patch up any little things easily. And Roblox updates now are usually awesome. So
they're great. Yeah, absolutely. Because they communicate with us and they're like, hey, we pushed an update. And then we go on the forums and we're like, hey, everything broke. And they're like, oh, cool, let's revert it really quick.
Yeah. And then, and we're always told what's going to happen ahead of time, which is great. Yep. So we can prepare and we can get everything.
Right. And we're working on getting that messaging out sooner to everybody so you know what's coming up. I'm moving my mouses. You're seeing those things. We're almost done with this YouTube video, and then we're going to jump into the games. All right, let's get some more questions going here. We already talked about that. Where's my super suit wants to know if you guys have any plans to add any more guns or items to Apocalypse Rising.
Absolutely. You know, content for us, I like to think of it this way. There are two ways that you can keep your game interesting, you know, and a lot of different games do this, do one or the other. It's either consistently and constantly improving the features of the game and adding new features, which take a lot of time, and they're usually more interesting. And then there's taking your time and implementing content. And features would be like, if in Apocalypse Rising we added helicopters to the game, that would be a big feature.
Yes.
But content would be adding more guns. Now, content has always been kind of on our back burner. We've never really focused on adding content to APOC. We kind of do it every now and then. But it is on our roadmap. As we previously mentioned, we have an associate of ours. His name is Blue Ice 506. He is developing all of our new guns.
Okay.
Using CSG, and when all of the new guns have been implemented, like all of the new models have been implemented, and we implemented the systems that we want with those models, we will absolutely focus on adding new guns. Items, sure, whenever necessary, you know. But yeah, it's a
people have been
process.
asking for Doritos for a long time or something
Yeah,
like that. It's a
Doritos.
snack chip or something.
Are there not Doritos?
There's no Doritos.
No.
The items
man.
are actually really, really old.
Yeah.
I guess I was confusing Cheez-Its with Doritos. I would have
Yeah,
sworn.
Oh yeah, there's Jesus and Pringles.
Yeah.
Totally,
I love
you know,
Cheez-Its.
Not
I get so
real.
hungry playing your game. I'm like, I hang out for
Yeah.
there an hour, and I was like, I want a Pepsi and some Pringles. Dang. What's the rarest soda in Apocalypse Rising? Do they have a rareness?
Yes. Can I take this one?
Go for it. I take you're the only.
You got
the
so
only reason
excited
why
about it.
exists.
Okay. So the rarest soda in Apocalypse Rising, for those who don't know, is Dr. Pepper.
Okay, see, I heard that, and I didn't
Yeah.
believe him.
It only spawns in hospitals and medical clinics.
Oh, all right.
It's a doctor. So
Oh my gosh. Excellent. Okay, I love that.
yeah, so that's the rare soda.
There you go. There's some pro tips from the devs right there. If you want them Dr. Peppers, you got to get to the hospital.
That's been around since the beginning.
The very first version, I think.
That's
or right around
that's so
there.
excellent. Very good. Is it worth more, or is it just rare?
It's just rare.
It's just
rare.
rare.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh.
the worth is what you give it. So
Oh, there we go. He died. GG, no re. This seems like a good time for us to jump into this game. So yeah. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna play this stuff. So for those of you who watch the show all the time, normally we add people to a private server when we take questions from them. But Apocalypse Rising doesn't really do that because it's using universes. So it's a little bit different. So we are basically going to go into the smallest server possible, and we're gonna hope you guys can get in here with us while we hang out. Oh, this one's got like nobody in it. There we go.
all right.
So we're getting here. Hopefully this works. You guys also cannot use the follow feature from the website. That also doesn't work with universes. It's very tricksy. It's more like,
yeah.
but you
it's,
saw I went down to the bottom one. It was the last one on the server list. It's probably like full even before it like loads for me.
Oh, we're joining. I'm joining you.
I'm getting in here. Okay.
I'm in there. Yep.
Okay. So let this go. I'm gonna give this a little time. We'll get the little intro going. Excited. So this is actually my first time significantly playing the new version. We haven't played a lot of it. Oh, I love this. This is excellent.
It is quite different from what it used to be. A few issues here and there, but it's pretty great.
I like the cities feel more like cities now. They're like very much
They're large.
Gus
doing
did
stuff.
an awesome job with that. Like the main city, just it feels like you're in something that is real that people lived in. So
All right. You all get to sit here and watch me customize my character. He has to look super cool. Nope.
Spend some credits.
I'm gonna spend some credits. I'm gonna here. Let's just get me some credits, so I have more to work with. There we go. Look at that. Developer products.
We actually have an associate of ours also working on implementing new clothing into the game. His name is comrades. He is very, very exceptional in his talent of clothing design for Roblox, and so he will be. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'll go ahead and spoil some of the clothes that we have coming.
Yeah, do it.
We will be implementing a sort of unique change to how you wear clothing in Apocalypse Rising that will allow for the application of outfits. So clothing that needs both shirts and pants and not just, half and half. Once we have that in there, we will be implementing the highly desired hazmat suit.
Ooh, all right.
And we also have another person working on a retexture of one of Roblox's hats to include a sort of gas mask kind of thing for that. So that'll be cool. That's just one of the many, many new clothes that we'll be adding to make the game more varied and interesting.
Very cool. We still got room in this server for people who are watching this. I'm sure you guys will start popping in as we go. We got a lot of people in here, including Boring and Inception Time, the stars of the video that you've been watching for most of this episode. Thank you guys for submitting that. We'll give you more shout outs at the end because a lot more people submitted things. I'm going to spawn over on the west side because that's where I'm from, west side.
Oh man, I'm around that area right now.
All right, great. Let's do this. Don't just immediately shoot me in the face after I spent like 40 credits making my character.
Let's see. Where am I?
In a place with.
Yeah, I am notoriously bad at knowing where I am on the map, and you would expect me to probably be a little better at figuring out where I am, considering, we developed the game.
Especially since we don't give ourselves as many admin commands.
Yeah, we have like no admin abilities.
Really interesting.
We're really hard on ourselves, actually. I had to ask Keth for weeks in order to give us the ability to spawn items in so that we could bug test items and stuff. Yeah, we're just really lazy about we're really lazy about giving ourselves stuff that would actually help us, and that's probably why we don't use like Trello or anything like that.
You like the challenge of making it harder on yourselves?
Yeah, we're just really I don't know, we're really hard on ourselves. And other developers, that's the first thing they'll do. They'll be like, I gotta have every admin power ever, and I gotta be able to bug test all this stuff, and they'll make like command systems that'll allow them to like run arbitrary code in the game, and
I'm like, okay, I'll walk around for an hour and hope this bug happens to me.
Yeah,
we're a little better about stuff like that nowadays, but I mean, it's still kind of.
Whoa! Now I'm afraid and hiding because I hear gunshots.
Yeah, I hear gunshots.
Look out!
Who out there?
I've seen a lot of vehicle parts. I want to find a vehicle, but nothing yet.
Important in this map.
Yeah, now that the map is like, kilometers across.
Yeah.
I hear them zombies, them gunshots.
Okay, Jackson group. Good.
Oh, I'm at the tunnel.
Oh, actually, I'm not too far away from there.
Let's see. I'm at what's the town outside the tunnel? Is that a town or is that just like cool?
Bulky. Bulky.
Great. Okay, cool.
All right. Still looks like there's room in the server for anyone who wants to be playing Apocalypse Rising with myself and the creators of it, along with some of the bigger names on the Roblox Twitch sphere.
Probably difficult to find the server, but
I think they're probably going in one at a time. Like this one, no. This one, no.
No.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, and it's just some issues with universes. I mean, and I'm not ragging on Roblox or anything. It's just because Universe has been around for a long time, and the reason why I think that they're so sort of out of date is because nobody really used them to make a point for Roblox to actually keep them updated, or nobody really used them enough to tell Roblox, like, hey, this is a problem, maybe you guys could fix this. And just recently, you know, since we started using universes, we've been like, hey, Roblox, so this isn't happening, how about it? And, you know, we were already contacted by some of the engineers saying, like, yeah, keep giving us feedback because we're taking note of everything, and
Hey,
so that's cool.
Boy Scout.
Yeah. So there you guys go. If you're building games on Roblox and something happens and it breaks, shout at us. Like we
Yeah.
we listen to you guys. I'm just north of Dirk, by the way.
Oh.
If you guys
Okay.
wanna,
I'm really close to you,
you guys
so
wanna get up in here, we
try
can
to head north.
hang out.
Get on the main highway.
Head north. All right, we'll do. I'm gonna run away from these zombies.
We'll be able to see our names eventually.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll
Across,
All right.
across the verse.
I'm gonna shout out people who are in here. Thanks, Lego Mars Mania, Josh 1525. These are people who are like already playing, who are like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of people.
Buzzy Silux, Chocolate 71, Cole J Brown 1996, Lord Kangaroo.
Nice, man.
What new weapons will you add? People are asking me some questions in chat. So I've made a point to not think about what new weapons we will be adding, since they're so far down the line. And I think this kind of goes hand in hand with some of my development theories, you know, and what I believe in how to make a game right. I don't like to think about all the cool stuff that we'll do in the future because it tends to distract us from what we need to do now. So we're not thinking about new guns yet because we still need to, well, I mean, there's a lot of bugs we got to fix, and, you know, there's new features that we need to implement first before we think about that kind of thing. But I think as far as what you can expect for new guns, expect new guns that use the ammo that you already find in the game right now.
Okay,
so, like,
interesting.
more if you are a military man and you know Stanag magazines are used in M4s and G36Ks in this game, and a Scar L. Yeah, and, you know, expect more guns that use AK ammo. Expect more guns that use, you know, those sorts of things. We'll probably add more MP5 variants, you know, stuff like that.
So it's not going to complicate the
right.
The thing. Oh, I see you, bro.
Dude, Jack, there's a car up here.
Awesome. We should get in it.
Parts.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can probably bring a few wheels if I can find you guys.
I saw a wheel back in that little town.
Yeah, there's so
with a wheel mission.
We're on the main highway. You know the highway going from south to north?
Yeah, kind of.
On the west side of the map.
There's a gas station along that.
Cool, I'll make it to you guys.
So now that we've told everybody where we are.
Yeah, right.
This is very bad.
Everyone in the map's about to come get us. Oh, we do need wheels. Okay.
Yeah, we need 3 wheels.
Okay, you want to go on a wheel run with me?
Let's go down to Dirk.
All right. There was totally a wheel in the way.
Oh, okay, good.
Wow, the zombie sounds are actually freaking me out in my headphones.
When we implemented those sounds, a lot of people in the comments were like, "This is scary now."
It got scary, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine when the zombies are actually like waving their arms back and forth and like limping toward you and stuff. That's gonna be terrifying.
Oh gosh,
that is a
yeah.
long overdue.
Yeah. The zombie animations haven't been touched since they were first implemented into the game in the very first version of the game. So
it's always fun. Going back and like rewriting code that is literally
Lord Kangaroo, no! That's like the best way to get like a shout out on this stream right now is to let a zombie kill you.
So yeah, anybody who's in the game, feel free to ask us questions and we'll answer them. Since Jack is concentrating, I don't think he'll be able to
super. Yeah, it's a little hard for me to now look at things. There's a jerry can. Look out!
Oh.
I'll save you. I saved you.
I was typing.
Lucky I'm around. I thought that's where the wheel was. Maybe it's no longer there.
We started. Somebody asked when we started making the game. We
Ballistic
started making
blast.
the game in June of 2012, and we got it done about a week later. So July 1st, 2012 was when the game was released.
Crazy.
Yeah, really.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll have to do something cool for the 3-year anniversary coming up. Got a
Oh
couple.
yeah, the 3-year anniversary. I liked the 1st-year anniversary because we just put little party hats on the zombies.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
It was just really cute, and it was like, yeah, it's basically the easiest thing that we could have done that would change everything. I don't know, because you see zombies all the time, so when they're wearing party hats, it's like, oh yeah, that's silly.
I think my favorite was Thanksgiving when the zombies became turkeys.
That was just like a spur of the moment thing, wasn't it? Like we were like, everyone else is making updates. Let's make turkey zombie.
That's so
It was
good.
so great because they were gobbling and stuff.
Yeah, we added the little gobble stuff.
You'd be standing on a high point looking down, and you'd see somebody getting chased by a bunch of turkeys.
Whoa!
Well, that was bad.
No, Gusmanak! Oh. Wow, I just got wrecked.
Oh man.
Who killed us?
Hashtag wrecked.
Yeah. There you guys go.
They waited.
Is there a kill the creator badge in your game?
No.
No?
We're just everyday guys, you know.
Oh man. All my credits wasted.
Yeah, we
I'm not even deterred. I'm gonna buy them all back. All right, I'm going for revenge now.
all right.
Although that guy had like some intense weaponry.
Oh, my fancy Roblox water bottle. See this?
Oh yeah.
Knocking it over. Break your stuff.
Yeah, knocked it over. Almost hit my computer.
All right, back to day one. A chump.
You just about.
Death.
Ooh.
Permadeath is such a hardcore concept for Roblox.
It really is.
A lot of people.
We like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously some people enjoy it greatly, but the kind of fan base that plays Roblox, you wouldn't expect them to enjoy losing their stuff every time they make a mistake, But, yeah, I mean, and, when we made the game, we thought, man, nobody's going to like this. It's so difficult.
But hey, people enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get murdered again.
I love when sometimes Gus and I will be working on updates and stuff, and then we'll just wind up building like a mega base in Kin, and we'll hang out with our moderators.
Yeah.
And we'll just play the game for a while. That's always fun.
That happens a lot where we'll try to be testing a bug or something, and we will have completed our testing. We'll be like, all right, yeah, this update works great. We can ship it now. But then we'll start talking about something, and the next thing we know, like 30 minutes has gone by, and we're just running around the map in circles. Like,
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah. Always try to make a game that you enjoy playing.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't have to play it all the time, but like, if you make a game and you make an update, and then you have that feeling that like you want to play it, you want to play that update, that's always nice.
Yeah.
It goes in the hand with motivation, I think a lot of developers on Roblox have a problem motivating themselves, and I mean, you shouldn't be making a game that you don't want to make. Or don't make a game that you don't feel like playing, of course, but having that interest in your own game is definitely interesting. I actually found an error, Keth.
Me too.
Or not.
Oh man.
Oh, Blue Ice died.
Yeah.
Or
All right, I'm getting all these sodas.
I remember Jack's definitely better at playing the game than you know. I'd say better than average for sure. But we've had Roblox has streamed APOC before, and man, sometimes when they stream APOC, the person is it really they're not so.
Well, it's funny because like you've got like the really the hardcore like squad guys, you know, who will come in and like stream snipe, and they're just incredible. It amazes me how good some people are at APOC. Like, I don't think we ever expected. There's shout out to Apocalypse Rising Squad League. They're ridiculous. Some of the best players in the game form squads,
right?
And they have recruitment and tryouts and stuff like that. And just watching them play, and our moderators have a squad, and just watching them play, it's ridiculous. Like, they are so good at the game. They're so much better than we are.
I just got murdered again.
Man, I heard that.
That guy. I knew he was going to come for me. Oh, everyone's sad in the chats now. Don't cry for me, APOC Rising guys.
It's okay, everyone.
I'm actually going to take this opportunity then to start wrapping up. Getting totally wrecked twice in a row by the same guy. It seems like a good place to do it. But thank you for telling me I was good right before I got totally owned. That was very nice of you. Oh, Boring died too. But before we go, if you guys are playing, keep playing. It's all fun. I'm going to use some shout-outs. Like I said before, at the beginning of the episode when we were showing footage of the game while we were chatting, that was all submitted by Roblox users, which was awesome. It was a kind of a new experiment we were doing. They were trying out, and I think it worked out pretty well, and we're going to keep doing it. So I wanted to thank Inception Time, Boring, Japanda Time, Neth110, Jonathony78910, and Master Luke755, who all submitted excellent, high-quality footage that we could use. If you guys want to be featured with your gameplay footage in future episodes, keep your eyes peeled on the Roblox Twitter account. That's Twitter @Roblox, because we'll be announcing the upcoming games that we're doing and that we need footage of. So check out there. I'll announce it. We'll give you a lot more lead time. This time it was like barely any time at all. So that was an experiment that actually worked out pretty well. So thanks so much for that. Huge thanks to Gus and Keth for coming on the show and hanging out and chatting with me. And if you guys like them and seeing them and playing with them, you'll probably get to do it again because they are actually going to be interning here at Roblox this summer. And so we'll have them in studio and we'll be hanging out. And so you guys can shoot them in the face and watch them react in person, which will be way more fun. Do you guys know what you're going to be working on over the summer?
Yeah, so we had a small project that we started last summer. It was a life simulation game called Urbis, and we worked on it for a couple of weeks, but we had to return our attention to APOC because it's kind of our bread and butter, So that was the project that we kind of started and then stopped because we didn't quite have enough time to keep working on it, and we got really good. It was really well received. It was barely a prototype, It's definitely playable, but there wasn't much in it. And from people who played it, they really liked it. And so when we were offered our internship positions, our job at Roblox this summer will essentially be to work on Roblox games, give feedback to the staff, because we're developers. We know what we're talking about. We can tell you everything. Yeah, totally. And so we were asked, what are you guys going to work on? And we said, well, we have this little alpha that we kind of made last summer, and it's pretty cool. So we think of continuing that. Like, no problem. Sounds good. So we're going to be working on Urbis, which you can actually play, and it does work well on ZolarKeth's profile.
Yeah, I think it's paid access, early access, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you guys can check it out already.
Absolutely. And then, soon, this summer, like a month from now, we're going to continue working on it. And hopefully it'll be free to play shortly after that.
That's awesome. So cool. So to wrap up, I want to plug, we'll be back again here in 2 weeks. That is May 15th. Next episode's guest is going to be Carthay, who will be taking us through his gigantic Disneyland showcase. I believe he is premiering his brand new ride, Tower of Terror, that him and his team have built. Pretty excited about that. It should be cool for you guys because all of those things are paid access. So if you've never had the opportunity to actually go inside those places and take a look, you'll get to watch us do a live demo of them, and they're really, really incredible. Some amazingly built places, and I'm really excited to see this. No one's seen Tower of Terror yet, so we're gonna premiere it on the show. Very excited for that. If you want updates on all of our Twitch programs, you should hit that follow heart down at the bottom left of the screen. You'll get alerts on when our next shows are. Also, it's right there in the end screen thing after each thing. So if you ever head to twitch.tv/Roblox when we're not on air, it'll tell you when we're next going to be on air. Also, make sure to follow us on all social media. We're Roblox on everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All of the content's different on all of those, and most of them feature contests where you can win Robux and prizes. So it's a good idea to do that. I think that's all of the plugging I have to do. Once again, I want to thank Gus and Keth and all of you guys who made videos, who gave us questions, who've just been hanging out in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday for the next level. Awesome. Peace out, guys.